Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast with me, your host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero of Sight, Defender of the Fatherland, off here to a spectacular 1 versus 1 on Angoville. Yes, indeed, good old Angoville. In North, it's, I believe, VBMars fighting here for America, freedom, democracy with the very popular Mechanized doctrine, which is almost now more or less supplanted heavy cavalry. Pushing out here with the 1st Armored Division in the south, we got Marineking fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the, let's just say, 15th Panzergrenadiers with Feuersturm, Overwatch, and fortifications, infantry, machine gun, and tank versus triple infantry there, full VBMars, rifleman, double focus was there, so far rather standard stuff. Marineking rushing up to secure the Carve Point, then moving westward for the Sturm Parties, with the Fulton then secure the rest of the territory. Second Fulton squad moving up, both sides largely focusing on this, but of course see the Marineking is, heading westward as well, realizing that in the west he will find much greater riches because most players tend to initially focus hard on the east, so pretty much a good read here in Angoville. Meanwhile, VBMars taking up aggressively in the east again, just a Fulton squad here, do a bit of grabbing there, maybe also stall and just, do other things. Of course he needs to be careful, he doesn't, completely get overwhelmed too fast. We've got a dart truck on the way there though for VBMars and the 1st Armoured. 3rd Full Squad on the way there for Marineking. Rather than opening the Full Grenadiers. Securing the western fuel point, they almost got it. Can also likely grab the fuel or victory point. Sandbags up the top, defend it, very good. Full Squad on the defensive versus VBMars' Rifleman. Dart truck is about to arrive. There you go, sandbags up, not bad, but really, but in this case though, coming under fire, was a bit too slow there. 3rd Full Squad moving in. 1st squad here falls back under heavy American fire as VBMars ruthlessly fires at him. Almost got the fuel point there, but the western fuel point has been seized as well. And overall, Marineking here is only committing so far, it seems, a very small force here in the east, leaving the western centre, of course, to be sort of his primary focus still. Dart with the rifle full in, full squad up here. Maybe he's moving westward with the 3rd full squad as well. Leaving on the defensive, I think he might want to at least poke a bit more about it in the west. I mean, he's obviously expecting some sort of assault there from VBMars, but there's also, I think, a reason, not be getting too defensive there. 4th Force Squad on the way there for Marineking. Well, I don't think he's ready for it. I mean, he could also consider saving Sturm Pioneer squads, and 2 squads can quickly go through most light vehicles. Fulton then being rushed, needs to get troops up there to support. Sturm Pioneer is not moving in, the full squad is on the hand. Fulton's doing what they can there behind this sandbag. Got more troops moving in there. Sturm Pioneer is still not moving in, there you go. Doing some damage. Grayson's moving in, Fulton squad number 2 moving up. Sturm Pioneers are finding the move as well there for Marineking, and these Fulton's moving up there to take the victory point. Now he's imagining that VBMars beginning to move on the forces here to back up the fighting in the west. Sturm Pioneers moving up. Dart truck falling back. There's simply too many Germans now with too much firepower. He's lost the opportunity to really, deliver a hit there to Marineking that hurt. Of course, he can just easily move eastwards and hit the isolated unit over there, so Marineking needs to push a bit harder there. Got full squads both retreating. Sturm Pioneers reposition. Now the squad moving to back up. Darts that's going to be hit on both sides now. 50 caliber being added. Marineking, of course, lacking Panzerfaust. He's got no easy way to deal with it at the moment. Theoretically, he could go for a Panzerschreck on the Sturm Pioneers. Or a Kettenwerfers. Fighting in the west, Sturm Pioneers wrapping up close to Sturm Pioneers, so they do have the definite advantage, and that's going to be a win there from Marineking for the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. Fulton's moving up here on the east side, Darts run away from Marineking. With the force composition he has, I'm kind of feeling it's going to be a battle with headquarters that could of course be proven wrong. Cavalry rifle out there for VBMars. Adding the Thompson's arm making as soon as possible. Fulton moving up here, grabbing that eastern fuel point there. Truck there back here. Cat moving about and going meow. On the far west flank of my room. Return there with the success or assistance of the dart truck. Push back the Fulton here, leaving the fuel point once more open to American control. But we got a fresh counterattack here from Marineking. We got the battle group headquarters up there for Marineking as well in the 15th Panzergrenadiers. Returning out in the open, there's a 2 Fulton squads, is not a good engagement for VBMars, and we got Feuersturm from Marineking now. Hello. Not a doctrine you see a lot, but that's going to be interesting. They will see if he goes for any submachine guns or what he will go for. Flamethrowers and the Sturm Pioneers could, of course, also be helpful. Dart or Blitz, or the Blitz, that would be nice, but also not super likely. No Panzerfaust available yet. And of course, that way, no submachine guns available either. Well, he's not far off. He's not far off. Heavy finding on the western fuel pond. The Sturm Pioneers driving a resistance squad. Those Sturm Pioneers are definitely paying off nicely here for Marineking, and there you go, popping out here. Apparently a bit worried about the Panzerfaust now, but there we go with the cavalry rifle arriving with the grease guns, as well, greasing the Germans. I mean, he gains control of the western Wick 2 point. At least should soon. Sturm Pioneers running about Dalgroup headquarters, getting the flak half track first. Hello. And not great yet there for the Feuersturm and the West Sturm Pioneer. There's the rifleman. Shots being fired here, and the rifle in this case wins since the Sturm Pioneer is simply so low on health they can't fight. Alright, he is going for double MP40s there on the Volksgrenadiers. No Sturmgewehrs there, only MP40s. Interesting. Flak half track halfway done, 50 caliber on the way there for VBMars. Cat slowly creeping up. Dart strike good to go there. Cavalry rifleman as well. That is a nasty combo with the Thompsons as well. They can, if they get close, of course, with that, he can quickly do a ton of damage. Maybe just swapping out a unit. So Marineking definitely going to need to be careful. And he also seems to be it. He's not moving ahead here too fast. Also wants to heal up his troops, which also makes sense. Might want to at least dispatch one runner, but again he's probably worried about this combo, and of course again that would certainly deter him from moving out smaller skirmisher formations, since they're just going to get eaten up here by this heavily equipped formation. Very heavily equipped. Flak half taking up westwards. Volksgren Sturm Pioneers. Oh, apparently does dispatch one eastwards with MP40s as well on the way. Flak half tack moving in pretty boldly there for Marineking. If he can sort of keep behind the infantry advance, rifling up in the Volksgrenadiers. Pretend they're being blasted. No sign of bazookas there. In fact, we got a swift retreat. So Feuersturm versus Mechanised. That'll be interesting to see how that works out. Folks in the east versus the 50 caliber, they're quickly routed. Trying to win the Dart truck with the cavalry rifleman to finish off the job, but the Volksguns are simply too fast for that. MD Fed on the way from Marineking as well, so not just going to rely on the flak half track there. A wise decision. Grabbing the cat, so just a heads up there about any noises there. There we go. Cat should now be pacified in a non-violent manner, and thusly shouldn't be bothering us anymore. Flak half track moving about here, troops moving up as well very slowly. Marineking isn't feeling in no rush yet versus VBMars. MD Federal being moved eastwards. Troops moving up. This could be setting up for a flank here with the submachines. Likes this, caught by the Dart shot though. Flak half track couldn't sort of back up here. In fact, that's what he's doing now. Surprisingly, he didn't quite pop the MP40 shafts into the houses, since the troops and caught on the other side would be under easy fire, but then again, he can also just quickly move up from the other side. Flak half track very slowly advancing. Marineking is being a bit paranoid, ends up retreating from here, decides to call off the attack. That does seem to have drawn away the 50 caliber here from the victory point, so he could seize that he wanted to. Bit of mind games going on here. Flak half track repositioning. You can see that Marineking is being very cautious versus his opponent. He is not risking anything. Probably due to that Dart shot cavalry rifleman combo, which of course could prove to be rather uncomfortable. We got Panzer Shakes in the Sturm Pioneers actually. Hello. Should certainly help versus vehicles and armour. Ambulance almost down there for VBMars. Machine gun force in the defensive as well. He is really sort of playing it out very cautiously. In fact, as the Oberkommando, you don't want to play it out too cautiously either, so Marineking needs to be careful he doesn't get too passive, but he is bringing up artillery, and that of course could be what he's waiting for. Smoke screens and other fun stuff here to employ versus opponent, noting by the entire east side is now incredibly open. Of course, again, the Dart truck does present a problem again. If he just sneaks out there and isn't ready for it again, it could quickly wipe out a unit. And there you go, moving up here slowly. At the same time, VBMars is playing it carefully, since he makes one mistake, he's going to get blasted to bits. Almost got the flak after that. It's a pretty bad battle there for Marineking and the German army here, the 15th Panzergrenadiers. He cancelled the Patrick Line, went for the Flamethrower instead. Interesting move here. Forces moving ahead. We got the artillery now raining down on the American positions. Rushing the anti-tank, and here noting horses gone for Lieutenant and the Captain, not going straight for the Major here. An interesting move there by VBMars, considering he is not playing heavy cavalry, so it's not exactly like in school for him. He just, figure you want to get out of Sherman as fast as possible. And these two we got forces there versus the Dodge truck. Pants passed off though. Not quite fast enough close, but there you go. As soon as you can see as you get close, it really begins doing a lot of damage here. The forces, in fact, almost down to half health, even, with the retreat on there. So that was a bit of a close shave there for Marineking in the west. Forces in the MP40 taking part the Captain up close. Lieutenant taking hits from the artillery, and the west side seems to be one for now for Marineking and the German army. Switching the forces eastwards, the MG34 catching the cavalry riflemen out in the open and routs them successfully. Good work. Back here, healing reinforcement repairs as well there. I can't effort from Marineking. He's starting to wear out enemy armor here from VBMars, which is certainly a more than understandable concern. Dodge truck desperately trying to escape the surprise. Didn't try to use the critical repair ability, just quickly fix up the engine, but at this stage, there's not really a lot they can sort of immediately hunt it down and deal with it anyways. So not exactly a huge loss. MG34 being hauled up here by Marineking and the 15th Panzer Grenadiers. Another shot on the way there from Marineking, likely to out punted quarters. West side, we got the full squad holding up there, noting that it's the only squad not upgraded with anything. No MP40s and no Sturmgewehr 44, or as I know before, there was designated the Sturmgewehr 44. And the MP44, noting by the way that was only really a name change. Sort of on a technical level, there was absolutely no difference between the two. In fact, there wasn't even a big difference between the MP43 and the MP44, but there ever was any. So a little fun fact there. Focus here versus the Captain of Rifle moving up, MP44 suppressing them, very good. For Marineking it is, less good for VBMars laxing which we need to deal with it. Dodge truck is fixed up, cavalry rifle moving in as well here. Take up, I believe, is also now happening here for VBMars, yes indeed. Folks are here by the 5th Cavalry. We got the flak half track on the move again, but looks like he might be calling off a counter-attack in the west and could be folks in the east here. Certainly more and more forces are being routed towards the east on Marineking and the 15 Panzer Grenadiers versus VBMars. Okay, now if he shoots misses the Dodge truck. Truck running up here for Marineking, the Schwerer Wehrmachtschlepper. Major out there for VBMars and the 1st Armoured Division. Grabbing the eastern fuel. And he is finally upgrading the remaining Volksgrenadier squadron. It's going to be with MP40s as well. So there's going to be 4 Volksgrenadier squads with MP40s. Not something you see honestly a lot of from the Oberkommando West. It's only something that marks out Marineking here as a bit of a interesting Oberkommando West player. I mean, he's definitely not playing by the usual meta in that sense. Anti-tank and 50 Cavalry trying to creep on the flak half track there. Smoke screen pop. Half point hit. Nice work there by VBMars. Forces being dispatched eastwards. Close to 2 MG34 anti-tank gun. 50 Cavalry there hold up behind the smoke. Well, it probably won't last for much longer. Got the Volksgrenadiers bashing through here. Others occupy on the west side here. Or far up there, could actually flank behind here and sort of deal with the support weapons. That would not be a bad choice at all there for Marineking and the German army. Flak half tech further falling back, hitting the machine gun with Kedron to cover here. Fuel pond though still remains under control but not under supply. Trooping on the west side, Dodge trucks moving westwards there, and a Volksgrenadier squad does get cut down there in the name of America. Leaving Marineking short 1 squad, and a bit sad. Heading the Carp one against Sturm Pioneers, flak half tech joining in. Schwer punted quarters not quite going up yet from Marineking, and there we go. Quickly wiping the lieutenant. Does go down by the looks of it. Can even drop the bazooka, and he does. Oh my. Dart truck pushing back the forces in the west, leaving Marineking not quite as able to aggressively extend his influence there. Bringing up east side here with the Volksgrenadiers. Schwerer Wehrmachtschlepper setting up for the Schwerer Panzer quarters, and it's 37 North flak. And tank and infantry machine guns being held forward here. Troops reinforcing. Back westwards here with the rifleman and the dart truck. Folks is hiding out, hoping to bait in something there and sort of murder it with MP40s. Line for Gunbow really exposed here for Marineking. Pretty risky in there. Goes spotted by the cavalry rifleman. They should be able to put it back to safety rapidly. Victory points wise, noting here that VBMars so far has a nice lead over Marineking. Certainly something Marineking should be a bit worried about here if it goes on for too long. But for now, it's not too big of a deal. And there you go, Schwer punted quarters up. Rather exposed position, could get hammered by anti-tank guns. I mean, right now, VBMars could just bring in another one and just begin hammering away. They could also just build fuel cache and begin, you know, swinging in with the big tanks. Western points being seized. Dutch are going to watch them. We got Obersoldaten for Marineking, the Obersoldaten. The beste Soldaten. Back here, troops reinforcing, healing. Academy being hold forwards, like his Infantry Geschütz being hold forwards as well. Nice flanking attempt here by Marineking, trying to get past this, but they fit cover. They in fact anticipating such a move by Marineking, but unfortunate. Schwer punted quarters under fire. Obersoldaten almost done though. He does have the munitions for a light machine being added. Note by the way, of course, he could, you know, try and set up for an assault here using smoke grenades or smoke screen from light infantry gun here against VBMars position, as it is a bit dense, so good smoke screen could definitely nullify that one. So far is going off there. So far not having the biggest impact. Oh wow, got a wipe there with the grenade. Apparently VBMars was not anticipating that, possibly because he forgot these actually get regular grenades. I mean, most players never use the Feuersturm doctrine, and certainly not the MP40 Fudge Grenadier, so it's very much a possibility to just, you know, figure that was an incendiary grenade, and then turns out it wasn't. Don't worry guys, it's not gonna explode. My knees. Anyways, Rifle falling back here. Line of guns standing about. Flak after and watch car front being hit again. Very consistent harassment on that one by VBMars. Very good here. Forcing with the folks coming up right up close. There you go. Sherman is out there, and Marineking still has no tanks. He's got one Academy Alpha, and that's it. Noting that VBMars is flooding an awful lot of manpower. More infantry would be good. Fuel caches could be good. Yes, you know, not flooding that much manpower. He could also upgrade some of his men with, you know, more weapons if he wanted to. As he definitely has the munitions for that as well. Joe moving in, Trap Hunter goes there and watch, but Kevin also. Sherman's going in, here we got Fulton moving nearby, could risk losing the Sherman if he's not careful then. But VBMars realizes he's about to move his tank into a really bad spot and pulls back. Very good reaction now, I think, by VBMars, very good. Sturm Pioneers, halfway to actually 3 orbs on reinforcing. Fult's going to be moving westwards. Close are going to be able to call in the Panzer IV at least, but it looks like here that VBMars is going to make a push there for the Schwer punted quarters again. Try and take it out. That's going to be a bit of a problem there for Marineking and the 15th Panzer Grenadiers. As VBMars proved to be a relentless pursuit of that thing, and there you go. M1 opening up another Academy of the Marineking plus the Panzer IV. Down to less than half health. We got the machine gun opening, and we got a mortar half track out for VBMars. 8 mortar half track. Wow, you do not see mortar half tracks a lot. Particularly not, you know, at this stage of the game in a 1 versus 1 match. But clearly, VBMars decided he wanted that. So it'll be interesting to see what he ends up doing with that. Certainly can't say he anticipated that move. But Academy of the almost done here for Marineking. He sent it too far here by pushing back VBMars for the time being. Giving Marineking more time to fix up the Schwer punted quarters. Hammering away the mortar after the East Orbital and game here the Captain. I fear the Captain will not be making it out of that one alive unless he retreats fast. But the light cover helps a bit. Mortifying continuing down the west. We got the Fulton being assaulted by the Sherman and the Dark Shark. Ace level on that one, by the way. Veteran free with 8 kills. Very good work there by Mr. VBMars. And the East Orbital backed up machine gun dealing with VBMars' infantry to the far raining down here. 2 kills so far. Mortar on the way for VBMars. So besides just going for a mortar half tank, he's now bringing up a regular mortar as well. Can't say it's a bit of that move. Plus another anti-tank gun. Certainly a peculiar move there by VBMars versus his opponent. We'll have to see where that one goes. Where ends up. If you will. There we go. Dart truck finally goes down. Panther 4 here is on the move. It is on the march for the fatherland. White Fuss was running down here on the machine gun. Nice call in there by VBMars. Lighting the entire area up. Trap Panther quarters almost fixed again here for Marineking for the fatherland. And West Panther will continue to fight out here with some light infantry support. Could do with more to ensure it doesn't just get swarmed. McKenna is trying to take out the Sherman. It looks like, oh, it's going to work out. He took out the Sherman. VBMars was a bit unconscious there for a moment and got ambushed. Nice work there by Marineking. Bit of a unfortunate road there for VBMars for America. Mortars hammering away there. Everything the Panther was not upgraded with a pin-up machine. He could benefit from that. They go into tank and opening up. And with 2-1s, he could actually very quickly take out the Panther 4 if Marineking is not cautious enough. MP-44s Marine, they're going to hose the American rifleman there with MP-40s up close. Spare Panther quarters once more under fire from anti-tank guns and from mortars. VBMars does not give up. He does not relent. He's a man with a mission to murder as many Germans as possible. Ooh, grenade off it. Didn't quite land well, and the cavalry backed up. The 5th Cub ended up beating Marineking's Western Fulton Grenadiers, pushing them back. And these captains of plus Spare Panther quarter taking heavy damage. Flak half track hanging back, not doing too much there. Then send the artillery fire to try and stop the anti-tank from taking out the Spare Panther quarters. But looks like this time VBMars will not be deterred. He will not be stopped. He will make whatever sacrifice is necessary to stop the Kraut war machine. Spare Panther quarters down. Anti-tank crew is dead, but the rest of that can be recruited unless Marineking now makes a really good sweeping flanking assault, catching VBMars there off guard, and of course that way he's securing the anti-tank. And in fact, it looks like what's happening here. Sturm Pioneers, by the way, close to veteran 3, and with a bazooka, also close to death, by the way, they're leading the assault. And now with that going on there with the Panther 4 current at the far flank of the assault, he's now moving up. He could easily seize the anti-tank gun, which would put him at 3. And he's also going for a truck. Likely going to go for the Mechanized Regiment and push for the King Tiger. Of course, he could go for the Schwer Panther quarters and just rebuild that, go for more medium armor and stuff like that. Though that would definitely be on the rarer end of the spectrum, but it is a possibility. Sherman ahead here. No sign of the orbital blitz here from Marineking, though that would be fun to watch. Sherman getting hammered here by the Kevin Evans, mortar fire raining down. No white phosphorus there as of yet, on them at least. Blind free gun there hanging back. Ceasing the eastern victory point. Victory points wise is 284 versus 459. VBMars is still enjoying nicely, and there going up. Note how he's using the roads as a carpet attack. He's likely going to go try and go for the carp point as well. Basically push it up with the main force here, using the carp point harassment as a distraction against Marineking possibly. Captain under fire, and he's moving up that truck pretty close to the front line, much too close for a Mechanized. Could he be planning a Schwer Panther quarter? That'd be, again, a bit unusual on top of the quadruple MP40 Fulton Grenadiers. That's really being called in the opposite machine here by the eastern or northeastern victory point. Panther 4 taking heavy damage from the other anti-tank guns. Marineking's front line is buckling here under the severe pressure that VBMars is laying down. Artillery firing down the opposite line of enemy 34. There you go, pulling back with no casualties. We got the artillery here on the anti-tank gun from the light infantry gun, lighting up the area. Flak half tech there, 6 kills by the way, not close to actually 2. Though it's rapidly closing in on it. Surprised he's not doing a lot on the west anymore. He could definitely, I think, afford to sneak in some forces there. I mean, there's no dark strike to worry about, so there's less work to, in that sense to worry about. M1 anti-tank and they're operable for the German army. Almost takes out the mortar half track. MP40 folks are then moving ahead here. The assault Feuersturm, maybe you could call them that. Troops enemy enforcing here. Panzer being fixed up. Apparently there were some cases where MP40s were handed out in large numbers simply because they didn't have access to the assault rifle types, which you're not supposed to have. For example, that was the case with the Feuersturm. They would then instead receive MP40 to make up for the assault rifles they're supposed to have. So a little fun fact there. The Germans, they made use of a lot of submachines. In fact, they used a lot of Soviet PPSH-41s. In fact, they converted at least 1 million of them to use German ammunition. So a little fun note there. Folks are being held here by the 5th Cavalry on the west. Picks up the Schwerpanzer quarters. Well, salvaging it there for a bit of extra fuel. Still nothing happening here with the Wehrmacht Schlepper. Is it planning mechanized? Is it planning a panzer headquarters? What is Marineking thinking here? That is the question. Panther doing the canning as the advancing American hordes here off. VBMars and there go. M1 anti-tank opening up. McKenna finish off the mortar after there. Flak after planning coming after the treating Panther 4 Schwerpanzer quarters. Still not happening. All in all, the mechanized regiment. Still hard to say what he's planning with it. Anti-tank if they exposed need to fall back. Got the Oberstar moving forwards here for Marineking. And back here, troops still enforcing. Got the Feuersturm moving up westwards, especially fleet, captain suppressed. Sherman on the move, halfway to Veterans U1. And there we go, it is in fact a second Schwerpanzer quarters. Marineking is definitely not doing things the average Oberkommando West way. Again, the vast majority of Oberkommandos players here would have gone for a mechanized Rangers, gone for the King Tig, but Marineking does not care about that, so he's actually going for Schwerpanzer quarters number 2. Could be Panzer 4s, Panthers, more Obersoldaten. We'll have to see what he's planning with that move. But it certainly stands out. Panzer 1 flak after acting repairs. In the rest of the movement here, but that quickly runs into some heavy American resistance. As VBMars is going to be a tough customer. He's not bringing up a lot of armor though. You could definitely go for an M or 76 mm here to help deal with the Panther 4. That'd be a pretty good choice, I think. Also, he might want to try and flank more. I mean, there's a good flanking path going for getting behind his opponent. He could also lay down smoke screens using the Sherman or his mortars. So there's certainly a few opportunities overall there that VBMars I feel like aren't pursuing versus Marineking. Admittedly, again, Marineking needs to be more active on the west side. I mean, he's obviously is not doing everything perfectly. But looks like he's heading back west. Oberstar moving up eastwards, Panther 4 there, and flak half track being repaired finally. Loading 2 cavalry rifle squads now up here for VBMars, giving him a lot of assault troops. Sherman westwards. Still no sign of any additional armour there for VBMars. And the first armoured. Goes for the Jackson tank. So an interesting choice with only really a Panzer Flak in the field. I think the 76mm Sherman, just regular Sherman, would be, you know, better than a heavy tank destroyer in this situation. That's just my opinion. Heavy assault fire there on the 50 Cavalry. Takes it out with a mix of submachine guns and grenade. Doesn't quite work out. In the west, or the east camp here is being routed by heavy fire there from Marineking's combined defences. Jackson halfway done is going to move to the northeastern victory point, and the west Carl point hit by Feuersturm, but quickly routed by counterattack from VBMars, who's having none of that. Seizing the northeastern victory point. There we go. Could consider maybe some booby traps here and there with his Obersoldaten. Sherman and Infantry moving up here with artillery support here against. Or is it anti-tank gun support? But looks, there we go. Looks like anti-tank guns actually to destroy the sandbags. Okay, then for up with the Sherman. VBMars needs to be careful not to lose the Sherman more. Also worth noting, I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't gone for the Dozer Blade. Even if it does reduce speed and mobility, I would consider in a particular map like this, he'd prefer, more health and armor from it, but that's just me. He's still floating a ton of munitions. I mean, he has gone for BARs on the rifle, but I think easily thought, some grenades as well. That would provide him also with an additional smoker source, even if he's not using it. At least he could consider using it, maybe get more out to it. Cat moving up, Company is advancing. Panther 4 taking a few nice hits with the anti-tank, and now the arriving Jackson. Increasing pressure on Marineking on the left side. Anti-tank guns revving, there they go. Jackson getting a bit too close, taking hits from bazookas, Arcadenafers, Panzers, and possibly Panzerfausts, but no, does dodge the Panzerfaust. Panther 4 on the hand does not dodge all of the incoming anti-tank fire. Just Punch give another rocket there, does quite take it out. Grenade off there, wipes out one of the anti-tank crews. Great work there by Marineking. VBMars forces are struggling a bit here under the German assault. Pioneers are close being wiped out. Folks going to do is retreating. And there you go, the bazooka is dropped for VBMars to pick up again. Northeastern VP being seized here by support weapons from VBMars. Panther 4 need repairs. To the far ring down, wiping out another anti-tank gun crew. They got veteran to it, kills there on it. And something exploded somewhere, though I'm not entirely sure where it did. Sounded like a mine. Sherman moving up still. No sign of upgrades there for the Sherman tank. Besides the 5th cover those, but again, no bulldozer blade. Kind of figured he'd go for it, but I mean, it could be wrong here. And he's just decided it's not worth losing the mobility and prefers that over extra health and armor. I'd personally argue it, makes up for the loss of speed and mobility more with the armor and health it gets. Plus, again, on a particular map like this, with some of the attacks he's overall making, I mean, more durability would benefit him quite a bit. Trap punch calls on the mortar there from a VBMars.
Frag grenades now available for action.
And straight into the anti-tank, and here veteran to the for Marineking's M1. Quickly taking it down to less than half health. Certainly highlighting why the M1 is so powerful, since again it has a very high rate of fire, and of course only gets a higher one slowly with increasing veterancy, which makes it a very dangerous customer. And he's got the opposite here as the rifleman. Cavalry rifleman up in the bulldozer, and he's going to need a pop grenade here. Or retreat. Seizing the western point again, setting out for something in the west by the looks of it. Even as he is struggling a bit here, VBMars assault, noting by the way that victory points wise is 387 versus 218, so VBMars still has a lead here over Marineking. On the other hand, Marineking does to a degree seem to have a larger force than his opponent. More incendiary here from VBMars' light infantry shots. It was actually cleared out. Oh, we got wiped on the road and only got one shot there. Rather than fortunate for Marineking, great for VBMars was able to silence Marineking's crowd artillery. And you've heard slowly approaching the ace level. Shroud Panther quarters being fixed up again. Panther 4 Vetu 2, 15 kills. Good flank around here, or here, just using the line gun to lay down the smoke screen, then just pushing straight ahead. He can just use the focus gun to lay down smoke screens with the smoke grenades. And now Marineking is going for another track. That's going to be the Mechanized Regiment, but it's going to be a King Tiger. Hard to say. Almost got the western fuel point here. That's going to give Marineking a sizable fuel lead over his opponent. Support weapons on watch. 218 versus 371. The difference between the two late players there is certainly still significant in terms of victory points. Sweeping assault of a VBMars, but with a lack of armor support, could give the Panther 4 a chance to turn that around for Marineking. So let's see how that works out. Folks are there by the way gaining veterans 4 very nice. Need to retreat those soon. Need to retreat soon. trucks standing about. They will obviously do dust. Panzer IV is opening up with the advancing American infantry. VBMars is showing no concern so far for the Panzer IV. Well, arguably maybe should consider doing that. MU-34 hammering away, suppressing a few units. Noting Barbie's up to now 2 machine guns. And VBMars responds with some artillery on the Nazi machine gun. And the tree beneath which he was hiding. The tree, though, apparently can really resist a few hits. While it loses some branches, it does not break in the face of American artillery. That tree is a true patriot of Germany. Riflemen more moving about there. Cavalry riflemen specifically shown on the move again. Still no bulldozer blades. Jackson close to veterans who won. The also the hammering away there, but they also close to being hammered out themselves by the Sherman. If Marineking's not careful, there you go. Retreated. Dark grenades up for VBMars. Finally, very good choice there. Very good choice. Ken River moving up. And we got a smoke screen to come up here in advance. Very good work. Very good work by VBMars. He's finally going to use his resources a bit more effectively. Sherman driving about. Taking hits on the rear from the flak half rack. That's less good. He needs to repair that up, and he really should consider more armor out. Again, 76mm Sherman would be great. Just another Sherman, and just remember to upgrade them.
They're at 200 points.
Got his opponent down to less than 200 points, while VBMars still has a 362 victory point lead. Marineking, I think he's going to have to pull off something rather spectacular to turn this around, because right now his situation is looking a bit weak. I mean, he's got a large force, but so does his opponent. More important, his opponent's got a lot more victory points, and he's got more than that now. So Marineking is going to have to do some hard work there. Mechanized rating it up. I mean, it probably just the most be used for repair pioneers, but it could open up for, say, quick king target comes down to it. If Grab Hunter Course doing what he can there, being shot at, but none of the shots are really hitting so far. Bazooka team moving up here from the Major, calling in artillery here on the anti-tank. And the Schwab Hunter Quarters is in fact the Schwab Hunter Quarter behind it, had the range for it there. Rifleman retreating, there's cavalry rifleman. And got another anti-tank gun wipe somewhere. There we go. And the cavalry rifleman have been murdered by the Fultons as well. The base level, by the way. The MP40s are having quite an impact, but are now suppressed by VBMars' 50 caliber. He's also feeling quite a bit of manpower. Not sure what he's planning here. Getting more tanks that would do him a lot of good. Scrap Hunter's quarters, by the way, survives the barrage there from VBMars' artillery. And the West moving up for the fuel point and the victory point now. Mag got 179 versus 362. Panzer IV half eater, virtually free. Jackson showing moving out. Not entirely sure what VBMars is planning though, and there you go, something is happening. I suspect it's mostly reinforcements. There you go, 76mm Sherman on the way there for VBMars. Could have that one out sooner. And still no sign of mutual consideration there for the Dozer Blade. More tanks is going to be great there for VBMars if we can use them correctly, of course, with smoke and all that. And Marineking is going for the Stukas at first. I mean, he's got a lot of anti-tank guns, but he gets with a good flank of smoke screen. He could quickly find a lot of those not very useful versus a well-coordinated assault from VBMars. So it'll be interesting to see how it actually works out. Mine goes off here in the east, killing the major of the major squad. Second Sherman out there for VBMars. And this time it's the 76mm Sherman. He's got a ton of munitions though, really. 554. He could easily afford a Dozer Blade and, spam combined arms just to figure out how to use it properly. Stukas of Fuss almost done there. He's also got enough munitions to say pop a rocket barrage if it comes down to it. And there we go, smoking on the Schwab Hunter Quarters. Looks like the assault is happening here. Looks like it is happening. Folks moving up, being engaged with the rifle up close. And there you go, more smoke. Schwab Hunter or flak half track coming up here on the advancing troops. Jackson flies away. Anti-tank is nearby to back up. Panther 4 shoot, gets a nice hit on the advancing cavalry rifleman. Sherman's moving up, no additional smoke. Flak half track down, finally bit the dust. Attacks falling back here, and we got a rocket barrage off here from Marineking to try and stop VBMars' assault. Those are the rockets that are looking to be falling a bit short of target. Be unfortunate, but I suppose he still bought himself some time versus VBMars' next attack. Which is, you know, better than nothing. So what will VBMars do? What will he do? He could try and hit the cuff point, he could try and flank. And we got another Sherman for VBMars. That's going to be two 76mm Shermans and a regular 75mm Sherman. Plus you'll still have the Jackson, though of course he's going to need to pop out some crew to get room for it. And that is a common American tactic, with some others less so. $170 versus 328. Marineking is slowly beating out VBMars here. Assault slowly happening. Mortar them wing in first. No smoke screens here. Big push in the centre. And he's going to have the mortar fire smoke. Each is being hit by the spare planted quarters. Shermans and such are hanging back there, providing no additional smoke themselves. And there you go. Stuggers is firing. Trying to break up VBMars' attack here with the rockets. And gets a few kills. Nothing serious. Just moving ahead here, anti-tank gun, by the way, close to Veteran 3. In fact, it's about to hit. There we go, ace level and M1. That's going to be a high rate of fire, which is going to be a real problem here for Marineking. Smoke is going down, but not really in good positions. Jackson always took catastrophic damage from the anti-tank gun. Sherman, by the way, is almost down as well, and that's a 76mm Sherman. Overall, not a good attack here, I would say, by VBMars. He gets the Stuggers of Hoods, though. That's good. Anti-tank gun does go down as well. But, he's not making a ton of progress, and the tank is getting wiped. Support team's getting wiped out. Infantry looks to be getting wiped out as he's trying to manage the tank's safe escape here from a Marineking's base. The infantry by the fuel point are getting annihilated. And with that, things are suddenly looking very ugly here. Jackson, of course, is down. Sherman is down. He's down to just two Shermans, including the one freshly arriving. But he is very short on troops now, whereas Marineking still has a sizable force. In fact, he can go for a King Tiger soon, and there you go. Veteran 3 Panzer 4. Shots missing or bouncing here. Panzer 4 down to half health. Very close to the King Tiger. Panzer 4 shoots, misses again. Sherman Hand does not, taking the Panzer 4 down to a quarter of health. Sherman is not in a good spot either. Good, take it out, and there you go. The Veteran 3 Panzer 4 is down. Quite a blow this Marineking. Very close to the King Tiger. Sherman's about to go down though as he drives it straight to the base there. Or to the spare part of the coolers, which is still operable. 300 versus 170. Sherman's about to go down here. Smoke's been down here on the car point. Sherman number 2 down. And there you go. He goes for a Panther. Interestingly enough, you would have figured a King Tiger here, but clearly Marineking believes in other things. There you go. Other Sherman down, leading VBMars now with barely any infantry at all with which to fight Marineking. That assault could have been done much better. And there you go. VBMars surrenders. A loss for America, victory for Germany for the 15th Panzergrenadiers, and a victory for Feuersturm. Certainly showing some power here and there, some good moves. He could, I think, use some line for guns to lay down smoke screens to cover up some assaults. He could also flank better, and suddenly those so could have VBMars. And overall, there was a bit too much resource flow. He could have combined his abilities much better, and I think made for much stronger assaults versus Marineking. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Dating. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.